I'm Chris, sometimes known amongst other things as Old Man. We'll get more into how I got that name later, but let me just start by saying, when we start talking about my name, the Old Man, I'm going to bring up some Strava segments and show you where I stand in relation to the young whippersnappers that gave me the name. It'll be quite interesting for them, and I'm just going to give them a heads up now. You're going to get called out on this show in a future episode. What I wanted to talk to today about is a new piece of technology I got, which I've been waiting for a long time, and it's the Hammerhead Karoo 2. I was one of the first adopters of the Hammerhead Karoo 1, which when I first got it, people asked me, is that a TV set on your handlebars? And I'll just tell you right now that this cycling computer is by far the nicest cycling computer I've ever had. It's easy to see, it's easily adjustable, it's easy to set up, it has all sorts of functionality, all sorts of features. It's based on the Android operating system. It's updated a lot, which some people might not like. I happen to like that because it's always getting new features. And one of the other big benefits that I personally have is in my cycling club, their VP of software development is a member, so I get to know what's coming up. I also get to know what problems there are, as well as he helps me out if I have issues, or I can give him suggestions about things I want fixed. So what I thought I'd do on today's episode, which again is our first one, so if you happen to like it, click the subscribe button in your bottom left hand corner, and also click the little bell icon so you get notified when I put new videos up on the site, as I plan to have much more content in the near future. But you can see from the Hammerhead 1, it's got a very nice screen. It's a nice size, it's got very nice resolution, it's got easy to read. I'm waiting for it to load up here. Come on, you can do it. Uh-oh, there it is. It's got very easy to read configuration of numbers, and when you're riding, that's easy for me to see. Being older, one of the issues I have is my eyesight. It's just not as good as it used to be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how easy it is to go from the Karoo 1, which I've used for several years now, and I just love it. It's absolutely my favorite cycling computer I've ever used. I've had Garmin, I've had Magellan. None of them are even close to this in terms of the map detail or the routing or things like that, and they're constantly making improvements with it as well. So I just really think it's an absolute great computer. So the Hammerhead 1 comes in this attractive box. I'm saving you the pain of watching me try to unwrap the cellophane from that box. I usually have to call my wife in and ask her to get it started for me. It's just not fun watching me try to unwrap cellophane, so we got past that part. So when you open the box, it's in this nice attractive thing, and here's our Hammerhead Karoo 2 unit. You can see size-wise, it's much smaller, it's thinner, it's about as tall, but it's narrower. You can see it's much narrower. So I was a little worried about that at first, and as I powered up, I was worried about that at first because, like I said, one of the main things that drew me to the Karoo was how big it was and how easy it was to be able to see. After having received this, and I have to tell you, I did turn it on before, but I factory reset it just to show you what it's like to unbox and how easy it is to set up. What you'll see is the screen resolution on the Karoo 2 is better than what it was on the Karoo 1, so you still get the same amount of information. It's just crisper, clearer, and as bright. So you can see now it's starting up, and it's going to be very easy to set up because all the information that's on my Karoo is stored up in Hammerhead's cloud. So when I sign in with my Hammerhead account on this unit, all my settings in here, so if I come back to the main menu down here, all of my profiles for my various bikes, all of my devices for sensors, and I have a bunch of them. I don't know if you can see it yet, but I have a bunch of different sensors paired, both ANT and Bluetooth. All of these things will transfer automatically to this so that when I go out and ride, I don't have to worry about adding things again or configuring my maps or putting my routes in or everything. It's all up in the Karoo Hammerhead dashboard. So let me sign in here. First, it's going to ask you to connect to one of your Wi-Fi networks. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to connect to my Wi-Fi network. Sorry, I didn't necessarily want to do this on the camera, but I just really wanted to show you how easy it is to get this up and running. Hopefully I connected typed in the password right. Oh, I did not. How about that? One of the problems of having fat fingers trying to type on a small keyboard. Okay, it's connected to the network. So you click this little checkbox here. So as you can see, probably can't read it, but I have my username and password in there. And it says to sign in, which I'm going to do now. I'm signing in. You can see it's signed in. It's going to sync with my Strava and ride with GPS, because I do have live segments enabled, which is another great feature of this thing. We'll get more to that when I actually go out riding, but the live segments feature of this is great. So right now I click that in. It's gonna sync all my sensors I had defined in this Karoo. This is the original one. It's gonna sync all my routes. It's gonna sync my current rides that I have stored still. So all that information is gonna come down from my Hammerhead Cloud. I don't have to go back and add all my sensors and everything in. So it's now getting that information. You can see it's downloading it to the Karoo 2. It's in there, and like I showed you on the other one, so I have my page set, I have my Chris profile, I have my Vitus gravel bike profile, I have a trainer profile. Again, if I go to my sensors, you'll see that my sensors are still syncing. So I'm still waiting for the sensors to sync, but they'll all get added in there. Again, if I go back to my routes, oh, I didn't download my maps yet. That'll happen over time. It takes a little bit of time for all these things to get synced. So you can see, like, this route is in there now. The maps are still downloading. They're large files, but the nice thing about the Karoo 2 is it has much bigger memory internally as well, so it can store more routes. It was never an issue for me before, because I generally only store the routes for the states I ride in. I haven't had the Karoo overseas yet, so I haven't had to store other countries. But that's downloading now. Once everything's downloaded, you can see like there's maps unavailable is what it says. But once all my maps are completely downloaded, all of these will be available. So again, once you sign into your Karoo Hammerhead account, everything you've stored up in the cloud gets downloaded. It's very easy to use. So I really wanted to talk about the unboxing of the Karoo for today. A couple other things. It has a new mounting system. I did have a problem with the original mount before. And let me just see if I can slide this out. You can see this mount system, it's a much bigger bracket. That if you see, this is the bracket, this is the back of the Karoo. It simply slides in for a very, very solid connection point. So that baby's on there. It's not going anywhere. Same as before, just a little twist and it slides out. Like I said, a little twist and it slides out. Well, there you go. And slide out. You can do it. I'm afraid I'm going to shoot the thing off the table. But nice solid bracket, very stable. I shouldn't have any issues with this. I did have an issue with this center screw popping out one time. That was the problem with the Karoo ones. This pops out from bouncing around, and they sent me a new one right away. Didn't have any issues with it, but this one has a much more solid connection point in the back. Plus, there's an adapter in here, so if you have a Garmin type mount, you can use this plate to go up into your Karoo and then still mount it to your Garmin things. So all in all, the Karoo 2 is a big improvement over the Karoo 1. But again, much smaller, same type of screen, very readable, more resolution, higher resolution on this. Highly recommend this. It's competitively priced with other computers in the same category, same size. So can't say enough positive things about it. The support from Hammerhead is great. If you ever have a support issue, You email them and they get back to you easily within 24 hours. I've never had to wait, even when they've been very busy on holidays. So again, great company, great product. It's solid. This one was solid. I'm looking forward to the first ride tomorrow. I'll shoot another video during that ride and give you some more information then. So thanks for watching the first episode of the Old Man Cycling Show. If you like it, again, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click on the little bell icon. Feel free to leave me comments. If you didn't like it, feel free to leave me a comment and tell me why. I will respond to you, and thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.